What is so about this that you feel like you got to come tooth and nail, arguments, debates, paragraphs for normalizing some shit that we should all be able to take a back seat on and be like, nope, you shouldn't let no 30-year-old be touching on no fucking 14-year-old of nothing.
One code, one thing, one rule, man, that shit don't change. And it's real niggas do real fucking thing.
Boosie Bad Ass.
Man, fuck Boosie, bro.
Ask him, ask my son. Yeah. They were 12, 13, they got hit. Yeah. That's how it's supposed to be. Yeah. Hell yeah, I got my fucking son dick sucked. Yes, a grown woman. Grown, super grown.
I think he definitely needs to be looked into for like getting a hooker for his fucking kid, yo. Like that's like OD. Like that's over the top. So like that's not any kind of fucking like rite of passage bullshit. Like that's disgusting.
I don't know what his birds and the bees talk. Like.
And like the fucking woman, whoever the woman was who like followed through with this shit, like bitch, you are fucking like something wrong with all of y'all. All of y'all are fucked up.
Like Boosie, you know what I'm saying? One thing about Boosie is that I say this is one of my favorite things to say. His mindset of why he did that, even though it's stupid, is like it's understandable because I know his history. It's understandable because I know his history.
The fuck you say to me, you little shit?
But it's not acceptable.
Understandable.
I don't think that's the right words you want to use.
When I say understandable, I mean like.
No, I know what you mean, but I don't think that's the words you want to use.
Yeah, but understandable, like
I understand why you.
What did he say?
Like I understand why you made that stupid ass decision and what like you caught up in a cycle of some shit that you got taught wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like I understand why you have this bad tutelage.
So you understand.
He understands why
he's a fucked up person.
He understands why Boosie thinks it's right, even though he don't agree with it. That's what he's saying.
I don't understand that statement.
He understand the dumbass frame of mind of like, you know, that macho man shit of like, look, oh, you about to get you some pussy, son, because you know to be a man, you know, it's depending on how much pussy you get. So like, let me get you some pussy, son, because I'm about to toughen your ass up. That dumb ass old.
That's really so stupid though.
And that was passed on to him.
Exactly, and that's what he's saying. He's saying he understands why Boosie in his brain thinks this shit is cool, but he ain't condoning it.
These people made a 6-part documentary about me. 6. That's almost 10. And not one of them said a nice thing about me. They made it seem like I was the devil. I'm not the devil. And even if I was, you can't think of one nice thing to say about the devil?
The track a lot of people like have been defending, and that's the most heartbreaking and trippiest thing. Not trippiest, but tragic is back to that word.
I'm not shocked, dog. Like people have been showing us their asses for like the past 2 fucking years. Dude.
There's another thing I understand. Like niggas like, cause some of them niggas like don't want to admit that they've been molested. So therefore, they rather look at it as a badge of honor instead of as someone who they have been taken advantage of.
Some people don't even see it as being molested. You know what I mean? It's one thing if you have the thought of, oh, I've been molested, and now you're trying what you're saying. But the other part of it, a lot of them niggas not even seeing their molestation as being molestation. They always see it as
it's a warrior, a conqueror.
I got some pussy when I was young from an old woman. And
understandable, yo. Like, I mean, we were all there, you know what I'm saying? But as adults, you know, in observation of children, you have to just, like, look at it like a fucking spade, son. The kid's 14. The woman's grown, son. Like, it is what the fuck it is.
I'm sorry to the school community, and my family, and my parents for the embarrassment, pain. And I'm so sorry to my husband. I'm sorry.
A 15 is 15. A sophomore in high school is a sophomore in high school. I mean, they're barely figuring out still how to make their way in the world. That's why they're in high school.
I'm gonna keep it G. I was statutorily raped, I guess, or molested by my auntie friend when I was 15. She was 30.
Yep.
And so, like, the thing is, at the time, I'm thinking I'm that nigga, you dig? It took some time for me to realize that was wrong. Mm-hmm. You dig? Because the whole time in my mind, I thought I was that nigga. Because I did something that little niggas can't do. I did a grown man thing. And in some way, in my mind, I became a grown man. Mm-hmm. Because I did a grown man thing with a grown woman. Not a child thing and doing grown shit with a child. I did a grown thing with a grown person. And so now I done leveled up. not thinking as the years went on, I had to look back and realize, especially when it comes to even relationships with women, that I had to realize that I was taken advantage of, and that though I thought I was winning, I was actually getting played. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But it's not my fault.
There's no way for you to have known that. You're the kid.
And there's no way for you to know
that. You're the kid.
It's not my fault.
You're the victim.
But that changed my mindset of like how I go forward, thinking like of everything going forward with the future of young kids who think like that. Like, nah, son, that's like even.
But
though
you got to take in
it's
also
like that,
culture.
Yeah.
There was a culture that backed it. Dude, so many of my partners. That's come like when you said you understand where Boosie coming from. I know what you're talking about because culture made like almost like the R. Kelly shit. Culture made that shit all right or like normal, even if it was wrong and sick.
It's not only just culture; it's even in the laws. We talked about this before, even on a podcast, I believe. How in America, in a lot of states, you can underage marry with consent of the parent.
Yeah, I mean, pedophilia is part of Americana in a way.
Yeah. They should be wearing bathing suits. TJ quips that bathing suits might be winter wear in Hawaii, but not in DC, which stands for darn cold. Which is music to a pedophile's ears, since only dumb little kids say darn. Marky says underwear is basically the same as a bathing suit, and yeah, maybe they should just get in their underwear and hop on that surfboard. TJ and Karen say no thanks, and Marky breaks out a book of his other basement friends, and flips to a girl named Melissa, who used to be nervous, but after a while started surfing with her shirt off. TJ seems to have no objection to the fact that he's looking at child porn, and instead is like, hey man, what the shit, I thought you said we were the first ones to play this game. Marky covers, saying they're the first to play this version, and this smart guy finally realizes, holy fuck, we're in a pedophile's basement. The worst kind of basement to be in.
A lot of people trying to normalize it because a lot of us lost our virginities under 18. You can't compare two 14-year-olds or a 15-year-old and a 14-year-old having sex to this grown to someone's father. The person that's supposed to protect them, hiring a woman to do sexual acts on his kid. Right. That is not the fucking same. And anybody try to make that correlation, they got a problem in their motherfucking head. And they should ask themselves, why are they defending this?
Dog, there's a part of you that do feel weirded out because you look at yourself like, why is she doing this? You know what I'm saying? You know why you doing this because, you're young, you're horny, your hormones are raging, and she is out there. But there's a part of you that look at her like, why do
you have to do this?
Yeah, why?
That is exactly right, son. Like,
what's in this for you? Somewhere you want to tell your partners it's a cool thing, but for me, I didn't tell nobody because a part of me just wanted to keep it secret. I just didn't want nobody to really know. Something wrong with you? Something really you can't talk to no men your age?
Right.
I'm a whole 15-year-old kid. I barely got facial hair. I ain't got no money. I ain't got no place to stay.
I mean, even if we take it off for the woman right fast, let's just look at how that can make a complex about sex. Especially if you look at the specific situation of Boosie paying for sex for his kids. So your first time having sex was bought pussy. How do you view sex
from that point
on if it was just a monetary, your virginity was just a monetary transaction? How do you view women at that point? When that is what your first experience with sex is.
Your foundation is transactional.
You're betraying your kid and you ain't even taking that in. And of course, like we said, that's not his intention. He swears that he's doing the right thing.
You destroyed a pureness in him that he had. Sex, to me, in my own personal opinion, is at its greatest with people when you have that mental connection with them. And when you do something like you say, make a transaction and buy them, and this kid has no mental connection with anything about this, it's just all some kind of basically just 100% physical. Yeah. Then it becomes weird because now like you say, it warps his mind up.
What's happening, big brother? I want to be just like you. Got 3 chicks waiting in our car for us, man. Come on.
You don't need to respect a woman. You don't need to talk to a woman. There's nothing special about this. You know what I mean?
There's nothing special about any of this.
And
really
smoky mirrors. Just pay for the pussy and go.
And that just makes me think so what does that do to a kid?
He's gonna have to really reteach himself about women and sex. Maybe
because you gotta take this in about what Joe said from jump. If you don't know something wrong with you, you're going to just perpetuate what the fuck you've been getting taught. So unless there's some Paul Saul moment where you just get blinded by some, some experience that just changes, really shakes you out your shit, most likely he gonna just wind up being just like his pops, thinking that shit cool, normal, and not even realizing you've been affected. And why you can't have fucking healthy relationships? Why you can't see sex? Why you feel like you got a void that you can't fucking feel when it comes to love and shit? I ain't saying that is necessarily the thing that's gonna happen, but shit like that opens the door for all kind of traumas. All kind of traumas that you don't need. And that's wrong. That's just fucking wrong, dog. Ain't nothing about being a man about that. And we need to really get out of that bullshit of pussy and how much pussy we could get determines our manhood. I feel like that is weak, and we all got taught it. We all got taught it. We're all victims of it. We all got semblance of it still in our bodies to this day.
You know, all the players, all the playboys, you know, when you find that one, don't be playing around with it, cause it's rare. You know what I'm saying? It's rare. Somebody that, you know, is gonna understand you and be there for you unconditionally. And you know, sometimes you could be in the game getting hot and you could just want to experience everything. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know. I definitely, you know, as a man, feel I fucked up on that. Like, she was the one for me.
It's a very old way of thinking. Like,
it's a trauma that's
very old.
But it's a trauma of culture. You know what I mean? Some things are traumas from people. Some shit is like direct trauma from a person. And then I never thought about the fact of there's certain shit that you just get born into that you can't even help that. Yeah. That's because culture's fucked up about that topic. So now you're just hit.
Yeah.
One goal, one thing, one room, and that shit don't change. And it's real niggas do real fucking things.